Pangu, a tiger splits the world. God created the world in 7 days. Many civilizations use myths to describe the origins of the universe and life. All this seems to be very similar to the Big Bang in science today. So what exactly should be before the universe begins? When we look up at the stars, we are actually looking at our origins. Stars and planets have bred us. Astrophysicist Brian Cox proposed there was something horrible before the Big Bang. This is hard to imagine for ordinary people. That huge condition gave birth to everything we know today. Millions of other galaxies. Finally, we are ourselves. It tries to explain the universe in a simple way. This incredible state before it was born. Its solution can even explain who we are. Where do we come from? What is their purpose? These questions have been thought about since people can think about them. It's driving people. We stand on our tiny Earth. Compared with previously known universe size. Not even a speck of dust. We're trying to understand what this all means. We use telescopes to observe space billions of light years away. Instead of getting an answer, more and more problems are emerging. The universe seems to be escaping our research. Or it keeps answering our questions. And we can't see these answers at all. Brian Cox shares this view. Our universe as a whole remains a huge mystery. But the British scientist is convinced. The universe is definitely explorable. If we observe carefully. Uncovering this seemingly infinite space secret is not that difficult. Is there really light at the beginning of everything? Brian Cox's introduction. Light is the only connection in the universe. Have you ever wondered if the myths and science of the East and the West had a common beginning? Both try to explain to us how the world was created. What are the applicable rules? And who we are? In Pangu's myth, the universe was originally a chaos. Use divine power to separate heaven and earth. The lightest rises to heaven. The heavy ones sink to the ground. And in the world of science, the origin of the universe is described as a Big Bang. Created time and space. Many people doubt this. If we believe in the current effective standard model of cosmology, then there was no light at all before the universe was formed. It lasted for hundreds of thousands of years. Scientists have long believed that we humans will never see the beginning of the universe. The reason is very simple. We can only sense light. Our telescope filters the traces of light. These lights have been fulfilled for billions of years and assemble them into images. There is no more light. Our telescope can't see anything. We can't explore it, either. If the Big Bang happens in the dark, and in the next few eras it was dark, we will never see these. James Webb Space Telescope shows us different things. The miracle of this technology brings us back to the incredible 13.6 billion light years. So it's very close to the pre-value of the Big Bang. The Big Bang is believed to have happened about 13.8 billion years ago. Now the first shock. Because Weber shouldn't actually see anything in galaxies 13.6 billion years ago. This galaxy should be a dark cage. Therefore there is no substance. There is nothing we can observe. But Weber's image shows us rows of bright and beautiful galaxies. So there is indeed material. And it was already very developed at that time. There is no trace of the dark age yet. We have to ask ourselves, is our science really correct? When it claims that the universe comes from nothing, then it's dark for a long time. Does light and matter exist earlier than we think? And myths claim that light in the universe exists very quickly. Does it make sense even exist from the beginning? To understand this, we must first see what light is. If quantum mechanics doesn't shock you, then you don't understand it. Einstein was the first to describe the nature of light. He believes that light is composed of single photons. Every photon collides with electrons. Thus, visible light is generated by electromagnetic waves. Light is generated as a force through rotation, friction, or collision. Now we have to realize these processes occur at all known subatomic levels. Quantum and even smaller particles are waving. This means they appear and disappear again. They're inseparable interaction. Or they are connected to dimensions we have not yet understood or explored. All these processes are the motion and dynamics that generate waves and radiation. Friction and collision also produce a kind of radiation here. Then a kind of light will appear. It's just that these light waves move outside our normal perception. Richard Feynman was one of the first quantum physicists to understand the true scope of this science. Quantum is the basis of all matter. Instead of a Big Bang or an impressive material phenomenon, such as stars or planets, everything is made up of tiny particles that fluctuate and glow. These particles are incredible, even shocking, because their behavior is completely irrational. Quantum collapses into a fixed state only when it is observed. Otherwise, they remain in a superposition state. They can be this or that. The real terrible thing is, they theoretically even when forming fixed shapes. This state is also preserved. A quantum block that becomes a table, and form this fixed form, as long as we observe it. It also retains its appearance as a chair, a tiger, or a drop of water. But this is for us about the origin of the universe. What is the relationship between what was before the formation of the universe? This question is easy to answer. Our universe may be a potential reality. Form the shape and form it is currently visible. But at the same time it is also countless other things. Or at least contains the potential of many things. Brian Cox believes it is impossible to have nothing before the universe. The goal of particle physics is to explain it to us. What is everything made of? And how they are connected. The sun and another 100 billion suns. The magic of our science is, it's not as rational as we sometimes think. If we recall the physics or other branches of science, many people are interested in numbers, data, and facts. Some people don't like it. But real science, even physics, much more risky than memory formulas and numbers. Scientists know very little about the true secrets of the universe. As Brian Cox said, our only connection to the universe is light. But there is more than light in the universe. We're not even understanding the light. Particle physics has its own ideas to uncover the secrets of the universe and our existence. The basic principle is very simple. You take a particle, then split it into its components until it cannot be split. But it can only be theoretically. It's tricky to practice, because so far, all known particles can be broken down into smaller particles. An atom is a city. Then a quantum may be a city on a table in this city. And we even know smaller particles. That would be a grain of sand in this city, or the dust accumulated on the table. We can't even really see the atoms. Even our best researchers can't see other particles. We only know that they exist because we can see their effects. No matter how deep the researchers go into these dimensions, none of them found the foundation for creation. Today I still don't know what matter is and how it formed. The material is said to have originated from the beginning of the Big Bang. There were only loose particles at first. Everything is too hot and spins too fast. No firm connection between particles is allowed. Then it cools down. The first particle chain finally forms a molecule. Finally, the substance is formed. At least that's what the theory says. Einstein's theory of relativity means there should be nothing before the big explosion. But physicists have now discovered, in theory, nothing exists. But how did they come to this conclusion? In quantum physics, it has been shown that a particle can never be completely disintegrated, kill or destroy. The information that forms particles always exists. Nothing could exist before the Big Bang. At least the information that forms the universe must already exist. We can ask further questions now. For example, where does this information come from? Quantum scientists use quantum mastery to explain this. In simple terms, there is an infinite particle carpet, then disappear again. Since there is nothing we know about this neutral mastery, or a power or something that can be named, this nothing takes up no space. No time passes. This nothing is everything in control. There is not only the potential of the universe as we know it today. There are countless other universes or things we cannot imagine. The potential of space and dimensions. The universe as we know has countless other ideas about the universe. It's shocking. Imagine a universe where everything is pink. Material flow rather than solid. Only thoughts exist or time goes back. These are just 4 types of the myriad of 1/6 or more of the myriad 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 of the myriads. But why does our universe exist? Why do we humans exist? We don't know how the universe works. These questions can push us to the edge of our mind. Maybe we have to go beyond these limits. Only by truly understanding the true nature and diversity of our universe. What do you think? Welcome to leave a message to discuss.